Sir. Oh, I think we're getting real close here, okay. Okay, I guess we're on there. It says live. Now, I don't know if anybody's here yet. Let's go live. Okay, we live here. We want to see what we're live. Make sure we're live. Live from Washington, D.C. It's me again. Yeah, well, I think everybody's pretty busy. So we may not have very many live viewers here. Let me make sure we're live. Yeah, okay, live there. We live. Ooh, yeah, I think we got some folks coming on. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do. Well, let's see. I'm gonna let you eavesdrop on a video I'm gonna make. Okay. Yeah, and I just want to make sure, I just try to educate folks about the stuff that is available. And that's the whole thing. In my life is trying to educate everybody. And the reason is because I started doing this kind of work, for fat cats. And that's what I did was helping Fortune 500 companies, find out all about this stuff, and they'd make, I'd charge thousands of dollars, for them, to find this information and help and money programs and everything, and then they would take it and make millions out of it. And I grew up in a little town called Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Probably nobody's ever heard of that sucker. But it's in the middle of nowhere, a little coal mining town. I didn't know anything about Washington. And these fat cats taught me because I didn't know anything about this stuff. So what I'm trying to do now is educate people. So not only the rich people, they'll get there. They'll pay anything to get it because it's probably the best game in town. It's our country is over 35% government. So to me, it's like if you don't learn how to use it, this is an incredible tool that you have in your toolbox. You may or may not be able to use it, but man, the fat cats use it. Every rich people in this country use it because it's so important in our country. It's creating, now, good or bad. You may hate the government. Yeah, and that's fine. It's a pain in the ass, And I hate the government a lot of times too. I hate Comcast too, Anything big, just gets outrageous to deal with, and it's such a bore, So what I'm going to let you do is eavesdrop. I'm going to do a video for a client where I do these custom reports called 299 sources of free money and help to pay all your expenses in life. And that's what I'm trying to do. Hey, this is a source of help that you could do it and use throughout your life. These things don't change. I've been studying this for 40 years, and there's some of the same programs I talked about 40 years ago are still there. That's one of the problems. We're in debt. We keep programs around. We don't get rid of them. We keep adding new stuff. So that's why what I worry about is that people philosophically hate the government, and I understand that, and there's reason to do that, but it's also a tool that can be used. So to me, it can be sort of like biting your nose to spite your face, or whatever that saying is. And I'm just more practical. Shit, if things out there you could use, or what the hell? It's sort of like a tax break. If it's legal, right? And that's why I don't see these things as illegal. I don't see them even as immoral. We as a society decide to vote to have these, and particularly for people who need it. This is what we're here in life, is to help each other, right? And so if I don't know everybody all over, I say, okay, I'll take a little piece of my money or whatever, and help other people who need it, because I need it someday too, that kind of thing. So what you're going to eavesdrop is me explaining a report that I'm sending to somebody for their city, because the biggest thing about these programs is that they're different every place you live. So what I'm hoping, if you're looking at this video, that from me explaining will give you clues and information of how you could find similar programs where you live. Okay, they may be called different names or anything, but see, to me, if you know there is a program that does this in one city, there's likely to be the same thing in every city. Sure, it doesn't work all the time, but most of the time it will. And see, I think because of what we don't know stops us, because we think, oh, I heard about that, but everybody says it's not there, so where I heard it, that guy must be an idiot, I guess I am. I got some ex-wives who prove it, or verify it, whatever it is. But if you believe and see that it is for real in some other place, you'll work harder at trying to find it where you are. And that's it. Life is all about input. How much input are you going to put in this problem of yours? And that depends on how much you're going to get out of it. If you try a Google search, and see, that's the other thing. The things we think that will help us really hurt us. Like Google. If you're relying on Google to find you anything, you're not going to find anything. Because 100% of what they have is people who want to get your money. I want to show you websites that give money. So the websites that give money have no marketing money to make sure you find them. But the people who do have marketing money are those who are getting money from you. So that's why you have to change the name of the game, change it all, okay? Okay, now let me go back. I'm going to do this again. Sorry, I'm setting up to do the recording now. See, and this comes, what I do is I send these out, I do all the research and find all the websites, get all the descriptions and everything, and then I send a recording, like I'm going to do now, with the report, so they have a better understanding. They're just going to get a stack of websites like Google. No, I'm going to explain what the good stuff is. And then plus, in the report, I have dozens and dozens of little videos also that explain things further. So all the little programs that are in there, I explain them further in separate videos. And that's why I love the internet. Man, I used to sell, if you know me from years ago when I sell reference books, these big reference books, they were like turned into door stoppers. And who the hell wanted to read them? So, okay. 1, 2, 3. Well, thanks for ordering a custom report. Now, what you have here are over 300 sources. Well, I say 299, but there's way over 300. You got about 150 sources from government. These are state government, local government, county government, nonprofit organizations, federal government, all these government programs and nonprofits. Then the other half of the report, another 150 or so, is internet stuff. And all these, the internet stuff and the government stuff, cost you nothing. So everything I'm talking about today is no charge at all. They're not costing because they're giving out money. Well, some of the internet stuff, what they do is they take a piece if you get money. If you get money from these internet websites, then they take a small commission. Otherwise, it costs you nothing to see if you get money. In the same way with everything, every program I'm talking to you about, free money and help, none of them charge either. So you fill out the forms and you don't need a grant writer. That's the other thing. Oh, I need a grant. No, you don't. 99 of the programs I'm going to show you, 99% of them are just 2 or 3 pages of fill in the blanks. Grant writers is when you're going to nonprofits and stuff like that, to try to get grant money for your nonprofit. And that's what everybody thinks of as grants, because that's where the name developed. So everybody uses it in that context. And in that context, when you talk it. Yes, they are complicated. But you and what I'm sending you, it's not. A different kind of grants. This is just free money. You don't even want to use the word free grants because 80% of all the free money the government gives out isn't even called grants. Okay, here, the introduction. I have two sections. The first section is the government stuff. Now we have jobs and education and training. Okay, now there is people how to get jobs, people help you get jobs, people help you get trained for jobs. I mean, the amount of money and help for jobs is incredible. You get $8,000 to train for a job. Or how about this? You get free training and 2 months of health care. That's right. So you get free health care. Then there's other jobs training just for health. And these are jobs that the training costs you nothing. So they're going to train you for a couple weeks or something, or months, and you go out and get a decent job. And you for the jobs I have here, and this is in the New York area here that I have, you don't even need a college degree. You just need a high school diploma or GED to help you get that for free. You get trained for a couple of weeks, and you're starting a job with $40,000 a year. Wow, I mean, for some people that's real good. I think the median wage now in this country is only $50,000. So man, you're starting out a new career. Okay, here's another one: 4 to 11 weeks of training for a big paying job in industrial and construction industries. That's right, because we need so many people in those industries now, particularly if Trump is going to put $1 trillion or more into infrastructure. We have no people to build this stuff. So you can go and get trained for that, and it's free. So we have healthcare like that, IT. You can apply for IT jobs, get trained for a couple months, and start at $40,000. And this is just with a high school diploma. That's it. See, only about 30% of the workforce has degrees. The rest don't. So I don't know. Well, we talk about college and everything. I mean, that may or may not be good. It depends on the job. It depends on you. It depends on how you want to work. And that is even changing now, I think. So that's why I have all these places where you to get training, free training, on-the-job training. I mean, they have training. If you're looking for a job, they will pay that employer money while you learn the job. So they pay the employer money, and you're learning how to do that job. So when the next time employer says, I don't know, you're not trained to do this. Yes, you are. You'll show them how to get money to do that. So you show them. Also, they'll pay like 70% of the salary. Some places it's 90% of the salary. Here in New York, there's a special one. If you want to work in the entertainment industry, they train you for free and get you a job. Wow! That's why you have to look at this. Don't be going to Google looking for this stuff all the time, because these people give out stuff for free. They don't advertise on Google. Okay, there's 700 apprenticeship programs. These are good paying jobs and careers for a lifetimes. Man, they forget about these things. 700 different. Also, remember that you may be eligible for extending your unemployment. So become that. If you're over 60, there's free health care. Go to college for free. I show you how to go to a university for free. This is University of the People. Now, this is a great university. You're accredited. You can go to graduate school at Harvard or University of California, all these places, and get your degree online for free. I think they charge you $50 for a test or something for the end of the semester. But that's available. How to go to Europe and get schools almost for free. Like for $1,000, you go to the greatest universities in Europe. And that's all it costs. Here you're paying $40,000. Now that's nuts. Also, how to use your state. If you're going to higher education, look at your state. Because your state has all kinds of money programs. New York actually is going to go for free. Everybody's going to go for free. If you're making up to $100,000, you're going to be able to go for free. And they're supposed to start it this year. So this year you can go to the New York universities for free, and you can be making $100,000. See, what is poor anymore in this country? That's what I don't understand. When I grew up thinking about these programs, I used to think you have to be destitute and on the street. Well, here, no. You have to be $100,000 in income, and you're considered poor, so we'll give you a free college education. It's going to go up, actually, to $150,000. Part-time jobs for seniors that they pay you to do. All kinds of stuff. Job training programs coming out the wazoo and all kinds of things. So that's what you want to do. And you need a high school diploma. You get that for free too. You go online, look what they're going to charge you. Okay. Now, also, what's it do? A government job, man. The government's still hiring lots of. Well, actually, what's the problem with the government is that they now. All us baby boomers, that's my age, I'm on the front line of that, they're retiring from government and they need government workers. Now, there's twice as many government workers Sorry. Okay. I was recording on the phone and it's okay. Now, okay, so government employees. I mean, that's probably the best job still around if you want retirement and health care and all that kind of stuff. And they're hurting for people. Why? Even though no matter who's in town, this government force grows all the time. And just to replace, because all the baby boomers are retiring, they need people, just like we need teachers and stuff like that. So I show you how to apply for the city, the county, the state, and the federal government, how to do that. And as I was mentioned earlier, or I wanted to, that there's now twice as many government employees as there are manufacturing employees. So that's why, the president said, oh, I'm going to create all these manufacturing jobs. They're shrinking no matter what he creates. They're not creating jobs like they used to because it's all robotics and stuff like that. And we're going into a different economy, the service business and stuff like that. So that's what you have to know about. So that's why I show you all of these things, where to get all that help. Okay, now also is how to create your own job. All the help that's here available for you to create your own job. You're worrying about the legal problems, the tax problems, the financial problems, or whatever. There's free people that sit down with you to help you do that. Or what you could do, instead of getting a government job, you can get a government contract and work on your kitchen table. That's right. So if you like editing documents, well, the government has more documents than anybody else in the world than you could edit. Yeah, you like key punching in or verifying things, just like Mechanical Turk. The government has it, but they pay a hell of a lot better, and they do that. And you do it as a contractor instead of employee. That way, if they don't hire full-time workers in the government, they are hiring contractors. And that's what you can do. And I show you how there's offices that will help you for free to get that work. That's what's neat about it. So you don't have to be a genius. You don't have to spend money. You just have to know it's there. So here is a special office, how to become a freelancer with the state. All these kinds of things. And there's help there. I show you how they do it. Even 0% interest loans if you need an extra computer or something like that, because now you're a freelancer or a contract worker. Here, money to pay your bills. Here, 60 programs of rebates and grants and things like that, and financial incentives. If you want to do stuff that's energy related, efficiency. Okay, here, one-shot emergency. We all have those times where oh my God, I need an extra $500, or whatever it is. And this is how payday loan people, stay in business forever, because they get you that money and then they charge you a gazillion %. Here, it's free. So you can know about that. I even got a video there that tells you about it. There's a nonprofit organization that has a website. You can put your need on there and raise money. And also a collection of banks that are better than the normal banks. These are community banks. They want you to succeed. They're better than all these big Fortune 500 banks that work for people with yachts. These are the people working for the community. So they're a much nicer bank to deal with. How to get discounts on your phone and all those kinds of things. Windfalls of cash. There's hidden money in every state that you have. Child support money you forgot to collect. You didn't know. Nobody told you. Or now I've just read the post office I found has a whole bunch of my money that they forgot to tell me, and I forgot all about it, and I got to dig into this place to do it. So maybe an old bill, a deposit on a utility company. Your grandmother will set up a deposit for you in a bank somewhere that you never got. All these kinds of things. But fresh fruit and vegetables for free. Go pick your own. It's a website I show you here. Or an extra $600 a month to pay for groceries. And if you're a senior, you can go to markets, the open air markets, and get food at 50% discount. So here's where you can get grants right into your savings account. You put in $1, they put in another $5 or whatever, $4, $3 to save for something that you want, like a house or an education or a business, something. Immigrant assistance program. Everybody's beating up on immigrants and refugees and everything. We have money programs just for immigrants. Some people are nice. Now you may hate it, but it's there. It's being nice to other people in the world. It's not a bad thing to me. How much is then the issue? Cash advance for medical assistance, $400 a month in extra spending money, weatherize your home for free. There's 30, as a single source here in New York, you apply to 30 programs with one application, right? And again, that's just a fill in the blanks, and you go to town on it, okay? Heating and cooling bills. the free money for that, because there's no reason for you not be able to pay your bills, because you got to know about the program. And every city has dozens of programs. I show you how to find them here. Don't pay financial counselors, or when you're facing debt, foreclosure, or buying a home. That's free services here. You're going to Google and get somebody's either going to sell you their expertise or sell you something that they're getting a percentage of. And you don't want that, because there are people out there to do. How to fight bill collectors. Bill collectors, man, they call you. They're probably breaking the law because they're not nice enough. That's against the law, and you could get $500 or $1,000 from them because of that. So learn how that. Reverse mortgage. Boy, they're doing that all over the internet now, and that's a scam, it seems to me. And there's people now, the government pays to give you advice on if that's good for you or not. Don't take advice from a salesman. He knows what's good for them, not for you. So you got to find out somebody on your side that's just good for you. And that's what it is. Don't pay your pride to get $500 to do an art project in your neighborhood. This kind of thing. Or if you're an artist, $7,000 because you're an artist. You want to work on your art. And that's extra money to pay your bills. I even have a website here that's giving out $1 million a month to artists. They give it $1 million a month. Who would have thought that, man? That's what I can't get over. 55 public assistance program for people living in New York City. That's one place that all these programs, 55. You heard of food stamps or something. No, there's 55 different programs. And real poor goes up to 40 from some $1,000. Sometimes up to 50, and we talked about already 100,000. A lot of the housing is up to $70,000. Okay, here's housing programs. These are grants, first-time home buyers, grants to fix up your money. That's at the state and federal programs, all kinds of. So when you search these things, don't look for .com, don't look for .net. You want .org or .gov. Stick with .gov, and you're better. Then you'll learn about it. Free seniors to fix up their home for free. All these low to moderate income. You could be a real estate investor too here and fix up home. 1 to 4 family homes. So you get a $20,000 grant to buy a 4-unit building. You live in one, and you're making money on the other 3, and you got grant money to do that. This is the kind of stuff. Money to heating and cooling, air conditioning, health. Wow, there's so much health care, man. And they're talking about fixing Obamacare. Well, I don't know if they're fixing. What I saw, there's certainly a lot of things wrong with Obamacare, but what I saw, the bottom line was 45 million people, or 24 million people are losing their health care. And listen to this. People making over $200,000 a year are getting a gift of like almost $300 billion. And they're bragging that they're saving the government almost in the new round of this, about $300 billion, but they're also giving $300 billion of money to fat cats in the health care bill. What has that have to do with each other? That's why you can't trust these politicians. I think the rich are running too much in this country. I hate to be talking about class welfare, warfare, whatever you call it. Maybe it's more like welfare. But that's what's happening. These people, rich people, come to town, learn how to finagle the system, change the rules, and they're making, just to write something in the law that gives you an extra, almost $300 billion, that's phenomenal to me. It's not solving any problem except theirs for a new boat, I guess, or something like that. So free healthcare, free prescription drugs. There's a dozen programs almost identify prescription drugs if you're not covered or have to pay copay. Here's a special office just for money and grants for help with copays. Wow, you know how that's a problem, right? Well, this is a nonprofit organization. That's all they do is help people with copays. They even fight your insurance company for you, because they have experts in health issue. Okay, how to get free health care, dental care, hospital care. There's hospitals that have to treat you for free, but you don't realize that. How about braces even? Get those covered. Women. There's clinics all over every city that have free or sliding scale clinics for everybody to take advantage of. All these things, low cost, drug addiction programs, senior care, dental care we talked about. I mean, I have dozens of programs every place here, even for your pets. Free money for your pets, real estate, attorney fees, taxes, how to get your taxes done for free, how to get money from the IRS you don't even know that they have from you, how to fight the IRS, you know, if you do get that nasty letter, because there's free legal help for that. So it goes on student loans. I show you what to do if you have a student loan, how to get all the programs. Don't contact anybody, you know, that you see on the internet that they contact you. If someone's contacting you, they're making money out of it. Nobody who's giving money away is contacting you. You have to contact them. So remember that. Just hang up on anybody calling unless it's really last resort and you have money that you don't know what to do with. Now here I have people who do free research for you for free. I got a whole thing. Now each one of these sections, there's video explaining that section and how to use these sections. So everything, that's 300 programs for extra money and help and everything that everybody should know about. Then I go into the internet and watch those introduction videos because they're so good. I mean, these will explain if you're not used to making money on platforms. You know, the platforms are places where you make money and you only give the platform a share. So if you want to take care of people's dogs for a day or two when they're out of town and people making 30, 40 grand doing that. You know, you want to get rid of the clothes in your closet. You want to deliver for Amazon, you know, in your spare hours. See, what's nice about these, well, they call them gigs, is that you do it only when you want. There's no, you know, you have to be here every Wednesday at 5. No, you decide every day how long you want to work, how many hours. If you don't want to work anymore, screw it, you're home. The flexibility is incredible, okay? And you don't have to worry about getting paid. You don't have to worry about, you know, taxes and everything, because they handle everything. You know, that's what's neat about it. And this is where the economy's going. I mean, it's going in things like this. It's not going in manufacturing. That's not growing. I mean, the biggest cab company now has no cabs, has no cars, has no employees. It just has a platform for individuals, you know, to make 40, 50, 60, 70 grand a year with their own car as a taxi service whenever the hell they just feel like it, you know. And that's bigger than almost all the cab companies combined. The biggest hotel chain now is people with empty rooms they don't know what to do with. You know, that's the biggest hotel chain. I mean, can you believe that? Man. And 1 million people are making money off of both of those things. You know, that's what's interesting to me. That's where the growth in jobs and incomes and stuff like that. So I show you all of that. How to use this, how to finance this with ideas, how to find fat cats easy for any investment you have. It's now so much easier now on the internet than it ever was before. So I show you all those ways to do it, you know, and video instructions. People, I got dozens of videos and there are people that have done it, how they've done it, so you could do it too. This is what's happening in our life, in our society. If you're just going to try to recreate what you think worked before, that's not going to work. You know, and you got to go through this learning curve, you know, of trial and error to try to find this new stuff and make some of this work for you. Everything isn't perfect. Everything is not going to work instantly, but that's the game of life. You just got to keep goddamn trying. Yeah. But you can't try the same stuff that doesn't work. That's what the real division or whatever they call stupid. You keep banging your head against the wall. You know, when it hurts and you keep doing it. No, you got to stop and try something different. I'm showing you different. 300 different places for you to get money and help to do what you want in life or to solve those financial problems. Wow. Okay, so look at the other videos. Have any questions? Let me know. Thanks again for ordering this.